Kalau dulu kan masih banyak, tapi pun dah habis buat lebaran. Banyak sendiri.
Okay, so aku dah start record. So boleh start lah. Kepada Muhammad Hafiz, boleh buka kamera. Okay.
Baik, terima kasih Muhammad Muhib.
Okay, kita akan start. So interview ni dalam English. So semuanya boleh jawab dalam English lah. Alright. Okay.
Alright.
Assalamualaikum
Okay.
and good evening. First of all, I would like to thank to our guest, Muhammad Hafiz bin Zainal Asri, for taking the time to participate in today's interview. Before that, I would like to introduce my friend. So first, Muhammad Afiq bin Ismail, Ahmad Idham bin Azman, and Nurul Hakim bin Azmi. So first of all, I would like to explain why we are holding this interview session. So we are student from Bachelor of Electrical Engineering Technology from UNIC LBMI. So we have an assessment to interview an engineer to know the reality of what it's like to work as an engineer this day. So we have prepared a few questions to ask, and we will take turn to ask. So let's start with the introduction first. Can you explain briefly about yourself?
Alright, thank you. First of all, thank you for all of you for willing to have me here. Bagus soalan. Explain briefly.
Yes.
As my name, you guys already known, and I'm actually from a graduate from UNITEN, University Tenaga Nasional, and currently I'm working as an engineer at TNB Power Generation, or its current name is TNB Genco, actually subsidiary of TNB, right? And I am now being stationed under a department called as Hydro Turbine and Balance of Plant. All right.
Alright, so what is your position in your company?
Currently, I'm like I was saying before, I'm under the Department of Hydro Turbine, and as an engineer, and also if you are asking specifically about the role, I've been assigned as a job manager to oversee the operation and also to ensure that the maintenance services are conducted within the timeline.
Alright. So how long have you worked for TMB?
All right. I've been starting working, I think, for now, almost 1 year. I'm quite junior, actually. Just
Alright.
entered into the TNB.
So in many sectors of education, such as medic, architecture, law, and so whatsoever, why did you choose engineering?
Well, if we can talk about the reason why I choose engineering for all day long, but actually, to be frankly speaking, at first I'm not interested in to be joining engineering. It actually was my dad decision. But after all, I get along with the course, and alhamdulillah, finally, yeah, we can say that managed to get through with the flow and end up with the engineering profession.
Alright. So sorry for asking this sensitive information. So what was your starting salary as engineer this day? Can you tell us your range of your salary?
Alright, sure, no worries. LHDN ni, macam biasa lah.
Yeah.
Okay, my starting salary was around 3.2 K. Fresh grad. As I started as a fresh grad engineer, and yeah, I think that's
So
the figure.
that's quite high for
Yeah.
fresh grad this day.
3.2. Yeah, indeed.
Alright.
Well, it depends on several companies also. Well, if you can negotiate your value better, you might be ending up with a higher value, I believe.
Alright. Understood. So that's all from me. So I will pass to my friend for their question for this interview.
Yeah, thank you, Ahmad Muhib. So, Muhammad Hafiz, right?
All
Uh,
right.
as you said, fresh graduate is 3.2K, right?
Indeed.
So, in your opinion, the rumors say engineer have a highest pay salary. Is it true?
Well, thank you for asking. Well, the answer is yes and no, actually.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Well, what determines within the answer yes or no is depending on yourself, actually. Um, well, it can be yes if you have the correct value that you can offer to the company, and it might be no if you don't meet the expectations. For instance, currently I'm having the overhaul at Kappa power plant, and we are actually in the process of overhaul a steam turbine, and we hired TNB hired actually a technical advisor consultant um, from outside. He previously was a staff of TNB. He's the head of technician, and now as he retired, TNB called him back, and because of his value, TNB managed to pay him 1,000 ringgit per day. That's per day.
Per day.
Yeah, that's per day. And the overhaul is now reaching the day of 58. So you imagine 58,000 now. So again, it depends on your value, what you can bring. So yeah, the answer might be yes and no.
So that means depend for your experience, job scope, like that.
Indeed, correct, correct.
All right. So this is all for your career development. Do you work during office hour? Do you have work overtime for as an engineer?
Yes, indeed. We have overtime because now I believe you guys might have heard about the new law for the worker, which stated that any employee that is below that is below 4K salary can get OT overtime. So
Including OT.
yeah, indeed. Including
Oh,
engineers. Previously, we can have, but now we have OT. And yeah, we did. Regarding the office hours, if we are not being stationed to any power station, of course, we will work office hour at HQ Bangsa. But in the case of overhaul, we need to because we need to meet the schedule. There is no office hours. You might need to work even in the weekend, but
okay.
that up until a certain period of the overhaul.
So as a extra question,
Sure.
how many time and pay for overtime, which is 1 hour for 8 ringgit or what?
I believe the HR has their own calculation. It's basically like how many times, how many hours you work times. There is a rate, I believe, for executive, different rate. I'm not quite sure the value. I'm sorry about that. Well, I will get back to you if I manage to. Basically, the formula is the hours, the duration of overtime times with specific rate. That's your overtime premium.
All right.
Does
So
that answer your question?
yes. So can you describe a project you have worked on the past that you have particularly proud of, and your role in the project?
Uh, Thank you for asking. For the project that I've been working, mainly about overhaul project. So, like I was, like we have shared previously, the main role is to ensure that the overhaul schedule is met during the timeline, and also as a job manager, we need to set up the team for maintenance, and also prepare with the documentations and so on. We also need to deal with Well, it might be sounding like a lot of management process, but actually your engineering, what can we say, engineering thinking is needed when you need to make a decision whether to proceed with this kind of installation or not, or whether you need to change the component or not. That's will require your engineering judgment.
Okay, okay. So the last question for career development. What engineering specialties or area of focus are you most interested in?
Sorry, come again. The line is breaking just now.
Oh, okay. What particular engineering specialties or area of focus are you most interested?
Hmm. Splendid question,
Hello.
actually. Well, as for now, I might be venturing into the power generation, but as the renewable energy is currently taking over the world, I believe my interest now is towards renewable energy, which is fortunately
Renewable
aligned with my
energy.
department, hydro, right? So, yeah, I believe renewable energy will be my answer.
Okay. So that's all for my question. I will pass to Nurul Hakim.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Ahmad Idham. All right. Muhammad Hafiz, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All
Don't
right.
mind that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I want to know what the challenge relate in your field, such as the worst experience you ever had.
Um, well, there might be few, and to be saying worst experience, I would like to rephrase that. It might, well, I would say it's challenging experience rather than worse. Well, as for me, the experience is when you were just started as a fresh engineer, you might not know yet what what is your role and what you are going to do. So during the first few weeks of entering the workplace, for me was the most challenging part because you need to adapt with the yeah, previously you were a student,
Kalau
right?
itu
And
bukan
then
orasi satu
suddenly you
yang
become
orasi
uh,
yang kebata yang
to be saying adult, not so
itu
adult
dah.
pun, but yeah, to be
Itu.
suddenly you
Itu
become
dah.
to reality world. So
Hmm.
there might be some changes that you need to adapt for the first few weeks, and alhamdulillah, after that you might be better.
Dawan.
Okay. Next. What did you do to face the problem?
Dah.
Mm, well, I believe during my first few weeks, I actually consult the experienced engineers, and also um, everyone, including technicians. You ask regarding the experience and how to deal with the things. Well, if you don't know, you ask, right? Even in the Quran also said that. So I believe I've taken those initiatives, and that helped me well up until now.
All right. Okay. Can you tell us your long-term career goals in the field of engineering?
I see. This one is an amazing question. Well, as for now, for the first 5 years, I am targeting to enhance my skills, my technical skills actually, the hands-on experience regarding the particular field that I've joined. And inshallah, after 5 years, I will start climbing the hierarchy of the company. So that's my target as for now.
All right. Okay. The last question. What is the skill set required for engineer in your field? Is there any specific skill that we need to prepare before we graduate?
I see. Uh, in my point of view, well, I might be saying that be really good at what you are doing actually. as now you are a student, right? So unless you have been working before, you have the advantages that because you have the upper hand. But if you are also students like I was before, we have no specific skill. Be really good with your academic performance, because when you started to enter the working the working environment, the only thing that you can offer, because we don't have any skills yet, right? So the only things that you can offer is the brain, because you are still fresh with the fundamental foundations and so on and so forth. And I believe that will help you a lot when you start to progress further in your career. Be really good with what you are doing.
Alright.
Right.
Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to my friend Mama Afi.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Lokman. Now, Encik Hafiz, for the next question is to take advice or attract interest for young generation. And for the first question, do you as an engineer recommend our young generation to continue study in engineering and also take into power generation field?
I see. Thank you for asking. Well, I would welcome everyone that that is interested to be joining engineering field. Well, it's actually it's quite interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting field if you manage to enter. The first one, well, the cliche slogan is engineers we solve problems, right? So we are, if you are interested to become a problem solver, come join this field. uh, and actually, if you truly emerge inside the what you have learned, you can actually relate with all the things around you. For example, thermodynamics, right? I
Yes,
believe
thermodynamic.
you guys are currently taking, right, thermodynamics. So it's actually astonishing to be seeing how water, actually steam, right, can drive a 80 tons steam turbine. How amazing is that? You apply the principle of heat inside the liquid, and then suddenly it can drive the turbine. So for me, if you are into that kind of things, please enjoy and come, join, and inshallah, yeah, together we can make a better nation. We can advance further.
Oh,
Right?
okay. And next question is, what do you consider to be the most important qualities for engineer to have in this field, power generation field? The qualities for the fresh graduate especially.
Bawah tu
Thank you for
yang dari
asking.
bawah ni.
I believe I might not be
Tapi
the
panas,
correct
tak nak
person to be
senyum.
saying this, because I'm still learning also. But I believe
Tidur.
the most important things that you might want to have is the enthusiasm to learn, to
Tourism.
always learning something new, even you know learn from everyone, even from the cleaner itself you can learn. uh, there is no holier than thou, and I'm better than you. No, when you I actually quoted a quote from managing director of the MB Research previously. He said that when you are studying, it's all about yourself.
All about yourself, right?
But when you are working, it's no longer about yourself. It's all about us.
Ah,
So
that's quite good. Very
yeah,
nice quote, right?
indeed. So learn and willing to learn. I would say regarding any circumstances, I would say that might be the stellar quality that everyone want to have.
Hmm. Yep.
Right? Does it answer your question?
Yes. And can I continue the next question?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Next question is, what do you think are the most important ethical consideration for engineers to keep in mind?
I see. Yeah, ethics.
Yeah, and
Um,
ethical con-
indeed. What is the
most
most
important.
ethical, most
Yeah.
important ethical? Well, during my days in Unit 10, I actually took a subject known as Engineer and Society, and during that course, I've been taught that engineer must uphold the integrity at the upper form. At first, I not quite clear what is the integrity meant. So until recently, I joined a talk from the director of the TNB Jenko itself, Datuk Zabidi Ismail. He says that integrity is what you do is aligned with what you say. That's integrity. So I believe integrity will be the most paramount ethics that any engineer should have. When we have started working, we might be dealing with a lot kind of people, and some
Yes,
people
yes.
might want to be lenient, and some if you have those strong, people might say you are not being tested yet. At least you have some sort of rudiments that you can hold. So let's say when you are being tested, hopefully you can hold with those principles that the integrity that you have been instilled in yourself. To end
InsyaAllah.
this question, I share with you a quote from Deborah Benton, if you ever heard of her, one of the business magnates from the United States of America. She says that when she says that when wealth is lost, wealth, nothing is actually lost. When health is lost, something is starting to lose. But when character is lost, everything is lost. So be really good with your character, be firm with your standings, inshallah. You will survive.
Okay. Uh, for the last question, I add, is there any advice for young generation to take in engineering field?
Is there any
Advice?
advice
Yes.
for young generation to take?
For you, for young generation who want to take engineering field.
Oh, I see. Well, again, I believe I might not be the most qualified person to advise people, but I will share some advices that I received from the professionals in the similar fields. Again, one of them is from the director of the NB Jenko, Datuk Zabiji. He says that LLLF. He said to me, LLLF. Listen first. Whatever you want to do, listen first. Because some of us, we listen to answer, not to understand. So, that is the reason why most of people might be, getting into troubles, because they are quite quick to respond when they are being, when they are being tested with some kind of situations. So, when you are in an agreement, or when you are in a meeting, or what kind of situation, always listen first before responding. That's why we have 2 ears, right? One
Yes.
ear, so we can listen more, and only speak if what you are going to speak is more beautiful than silence.
Thank you.
Does it answer your question?
Yes, yes. Okay. That's all questions from me. Now I will pass to Ahmad Muhammad Ustaz.
Right, that's all from us. So this is the end of our interview session for today. So we really enjoy chatting with you, sir. So a lot of new knowledge we got from this interview. So we apologize if there is any mistake or misunderstood throughout this interview. So hope we can meet one day. All right, thank you.
Inshallah. All the best for your study.
Yeah.
Moga Allah mudahkan.
Before that, can we take a picture?
Boleh, tapi
So,
kena bayar lah.
boleh nanti datang. So ready? Senyum semua. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, done.
Muid ni banyak main ni.
Op.
Okay.
Udah.
Alright, thank you everyone.